Hey everybody, I'm supposed to be live. I'm on my cell phone. I've never done this before, so I'm not sure how to. Hey Mess, what's up? I know you want to see a CB video. Uh, no, I thought I'd do a little live broadcast. I'd wait on a few people to get in here. I've never done one on here. I want to do an update on this. I'd like to do an update on this food storage. And trying to get it where trying to figure out how to read the comments while I'm on here. I'm just kicked back in the recliner. My family's gone to church camp this week, so I'm kind of home alone. I've actually been working late this week, so see if some other people would pop in here. I haven't went live in a long time. So do you have a CB set up, Mess? I know you're always wanting me to do an update on the CB thing, and I have actually recently taken down the antenna, and I'm trying to figure out something new on doing it. On setting up, I'd love to buy me a little base antenna. I've been looking at some of them online. Well, sorry to hear that. Yeah, what kind of base antenna did you find? Yeah, I've actually looked at those. Is that the one for like $100 and something? I've seen some that were a little bit less than $100, and I've seen some that are under $200. Yeah, at that estate sale I was at the other day where I bought that food storage, they sold at the at that estate sale I was at the other day. They sold an antenna tower, like the awesome 3-tube tower. They sold like 5 sections, and I'm guessing they were probably 10-foot sections. But they sold them for $5 a section, and I was kind of wandering off looking at some other stuff whenever they sold it, and when I walked back over there, the guy was hauling the pieces out. He bought them for $5 a section. Crazy deal. But they had a lot of awesome deals at that estate sale I was at the other day. They sold a tractor for $390. And there again, I know I should have. I should have bought it for sure. Yeah, they had all kinds of awesome deals at that estate sale. They sold a dump truck for like $1,850. They sold several tractors, and to tell you the truth, I didn't even. Yeah, I know they're really expensive. I really wasn't prepared to go to this thing. My wife's uncle had called me like 3 or 4 days ahead of time and asked me if I wanted to go, and I said sure, I'll go. I've been to a couple, he'd never been to one. It's his first one, so I hadn't planned on it, and I really didn't have a lot of money to take, spare money. My family's gone to church camp, so it's we've had a lot of stuff going on, and I really didn't have the funds I wanted to take, so I'm going to save up some and try to hit another couple here after summer. And I'm going to tell you, like I said, they sold a tractor, an awesome, it'd have been perfect for the homestead, for $395. They started, ran it, sounded perfect. Hey, B&O, how are you, buddy? Every time I write Coke Man, it auto-corrects to Coleman also. Yeah, they sold probably 15 tractors at that estate sale I went to, and every one of them went for less than $1,500. And they all ran good. I mean, I'd have loved to have had any of them. But like I said, I didn't have any money saved up to go to this thing. It was kind of on a whim. No, I was doing a live show. I didn't know how many people I could get in here. I just kind of wanted to talk about. Yeah, I thought I'd come on live and kind of give an update on the old 20-year-old food storage that I bought from that estate sale. And I wanted to get a few people in here so we could have some conversation about it. Well, I've kind of taken a break. I've kind of taken a break on the wood shop. I've just had, during the summertime with the gardening and keeping up with the yard and this and that, and work gets really busy for me in the summertime, so that's kind of my fall and winter area. Here, probably at the first of fall, I'll finish up the barrel wood stove and get it all hooked up in the wood shop out there and start back on it again. Yeah, my grandpa used to have a CB base station when I was younger, and I used to talk on it all the time to a bunch of locals. It's really cool. I used to love talking on the CB all the time. You know, I went by a couple different handles, and they weren't anything secret. I had right now my handle be Coke Man, of course, but back when I was younger, I went by Joker. And my grandpa's handle was Locksmith, because he was like the locksmith in pretty much the 4 towns around where he lived. He was the only locksmith around, so his CB handle was Locksmith. Mine was Joker. Hey, Big Family Homestead, how are you, buddy? And yes, I care. Yeah, I hadn't done a live show in a long time, and uh, but I wanted to get on here and talk to you a little bit about the update on the food. That's what it's about. Because I was trying to get a few more people in here so we could get some conversations going about it. But what it comes down to is Coping with the Times got on, done a little research, and said that he thought a lot of this food was from the 80s. So I contacted one of the companies, Ready Reserve Foods, and told them that I'd bought this 30-year food storage at an estate sale, and I was going to be opening up some of their cans and doing some reviews on it. And I asked them if they wanted to team up and kind of get involved in it a little bit. And because I noticed, that answers a lot of questions for all of us. Is how does this food actually hold up after 30 years? I don't know the way it was kept. I don't know how they, where they stored it or anything like that. So there's a lot of undefined parts about this. But what it comes down to is all of us in the homesteading, the prepper, the self-sufficient community, we all are very familiar with the dehydrated and freeze-dried foods that come in the number 10 cans. And we also are very familiar with the price tag that comes on these. And when we put our hard-earned money into these, you're kind of going out there on a whim. Who knows if you're buying up all this and you put them on a shelf, who knows in 30 years if it's going to be worth eating? Who knows what it's going to look like in the can after 30, 20, 30 years? So I reached out to that one company. I've reached out to a couple of the other companies since then, but the Ready Reserve Foods did email me back today and pretty much just said that they were excited about it. They wanted to see how their food held up after 30 years themselves, and they were looking forward to the videos, and I'm supposed to call them in the next day or two and try to figure out something, how we can team up on this. And some of the ideas I was thinking, I was talking to some of my buddies from YouTube earlier. I was talking to Sebago Steve and US Freedom 22 and Runs with Knives and Coping with the Times, and we were talking about what are some ideas on how to team up with this company. And some of the ideas that are out there right now is, as I do these can reviews, and I'm going to give honest opinions of all this stuff. Anybody who's been sub to me for a length of any time is going to know I'm going to give you the honest truth. I'm going to throw it out there like it is. But if they're willing to get involved and it's helping them, as a testimonial to the quality of their food, then maybe I could work out some kind of deal where, I don't know, they could give me some store credit or send me a fresher, some fresher food supply than some of this 30-year-old cans. And it gets their product out there, and it answers a question we've all been wondering. Is it going to hold up for 30 years? Is it going to hold up for 20 years? Is it going to be worth eating? Is it, what's it going to look like? And it's questions that I've had, and it's one of the big reasons that I've never spent my hard-earned money to buy the number 10 cans of stuff is it's very expensive, and there's always that you don't know factor. You guys know. Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good idea right there. They could, if they sent me a can of the new stuff, I'd open it up and compare them side by side. One's 30 years old, one's fresh. That's a good idea. That's something I hadn't thought about. It's you guys who have been sub to me for a while have seen that I package all my stuff in Mylar and stick it in buckets or 55-gallon drums. And I know how it's packaged. I know what went into it. I know it was done right. So I know my money spent is packed away, and it's the best I could do. The best that's out there that I could do with it. So when you purchase something that somebody else has already done, you're paying for them having, them doing it for you pretty much, but you're also got that question, how's it packaged, or is it going to hold up? And that's the fun part of this is, whenever I bought this, I thought, who knows what it's going to be like. It's $50. I thought for the, it's just the cool factor of having some 30-year-old cans of stuff and me being a prepper in the homesteading community. What are the odds of me going to an estate sale and them having a pallet of number 10 cans of food storage? So, that's what I think it's cool that I'm going to be opening some of these. I'm going to be trying it. I have a pretty cast iron gut. So, if I feel like it's not going to, if it's going to hurt me, I'm not going to eat it or I'm not going to try it. And there are a few cans that are questionable. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Like I said, I reached out to the company, and if you guys have any ideas on how they can team up with this and make it better for reviews and answer any questions. I don't know how to do that, Gravy. I don't know how to do much on this. I'm live on my cell phone. But that's it. You guys have any ideas on what how they could team up with me? I like that idea of them sending a fresh can. I looked on one of the websites, the Simpler Life, the one that's it's by Arrowhead Mills, and I went to their website and looked, and I didn't even see where they offered the Simpler Life number 10 cans of food storage anymore. So, I don't even know. I sent them a contact, a message, and I don't think that they received it because it said the page wasn't there or something like that. I don't know. But, I want to do these videos to help the community, and it's answering a lot of questions for me too. So, hey Tower Jockey. So it's, is there anything you guys want to see whenever I do these reviews? Is there anything that I can do to help you guys in choosing or helping you decide if any of you guys or girls have been on the edge of buying some of this and just haven't yet for any reason? Hey, I'd be more than glad. It's $50, and I got cans upon cans, and all the cans that I bought are number 10 cans. The quality of the cans, I would say 98% of all the cans that I got look brand new. The labels are a little bit jacked up on some of them, but the can itself is in very good condition. Now there is the other 2% of them are rusted up and look pretty rough. Some of them are rounded up on the top and on the bottom. Those cans lead me to believe that the seal's been broken somewhere and the vacuum's not there anymore. If you guys watched that video where I actually bought the food storage and I tried those sunflower seeds at the end of that video, when I opened that can, you heard it. I mean, it was a loud vacuum. So I mean, I actually recently just picked up a couple empty number 10 cans from Western Sizzling up here, so I'm going to build a couple hobo stoves out of them. Excuse me. I'm going to build a couple hobo stoves out of them. And the quality of hey, Arkansas Ridge Runner, how are you, buddy? Yeah, I remember you guys. Ran into y'all at Walmart one day. But the quality of the number 10 cans from the seed can that I opened, the sunflower seeds, seem to be the same thickness and quality of can as the new cans that I picked up from the Western Sizzling. So the metal, they were built exactly the same. Yeah, that's a good idea with a promo code for the subs. And, also, one of the first things that come into my mind is I would like to ask them for a couple cans or variety packs or something so I could do a giveaway and give you guys some of this stuff to try out on your own. Alright, I think I figured this out, Gravy. I'm going to give you a wrench. Did that work? Yeah, it worked. Alright, Alright, so, what was I saying? Yeah, one of my things is I want to try to get a few. I keep losing the stream. I keep getting a phone call. Sorry. But anyway, I want to try to get some free cans for you guys to do a giveaway and get some of this food in you guys' hands too. Some fresh food, not some of this 30-year-old food. But I want to get some cans. I want to get some of these cans in you guys' hands. And that was one of the things that I thought of off the bat was I'd like to get some free cans from them to do a giveaway. And that's what I'm going to tell them it's for, a subscriber giveaway for you guys. But that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, you guys, if you want to go back to the first video, put some comments in there or just comment in here like you are. I'm not going to be on here much longer, but it is what it is. I mean, I paid $50, took a gamble, got some food storage, and hopefully we can all learn from it. I just soon share all this as much as I can, the knowledge of it, with you guys. We're all looking for a cheap way to put away food storage and to prepare and be more self-reliant. And if we're doing it, we need to make sure that what we're doing is worth it. And I've only opened one can, and it wasn't from the company I contacted. The can I opened was from that Arrowhead's food. You've seen the sunflower seeds. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to share that with you, kind of an update. I think it's pretty neat that they're kind of getting behind me on this and teaming up. And hopefully we can we can get some good information out to you guys and in the hands of people to help make the right decision. You know, there's not very many freeze dried in any of those cans. Those cans are older than freeze dried. Now there are a few Mountain House freeze dried cans, and they have the old Mountain House label on them. So they're probably some of the newer product, but most of those cans are all dehydrated or whole grains. And the it was before freeze dried. I think most of this food storage is before freeze dried was a ready available technology for these companies. So this is pre-freeze dried, and that's why most of that one company is all whole grains and seeds. And the few that I have is dehydrated. There's some dehydrated fruit. There's a lot of I'm trying to think what the most of them is with that Ready Reserve Foods. I think there's a lot of non-fat milk, maybe some of the dehydrated whole eggs, some of the scrambled eggs, some of the TVP. I have beef flavored, chicken flavored, unflavored TVP. There's just protein flakes is one of them. I think there's some diced potatoes, some potato crystals. There's some orange juice, pineapple juice, grape juice. So we're going to be opening these things up. We're going to be trying them, seeing what it's all about. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm not good at this live stream thing. My family's gone to church camp right now, so I'm home alone. I figured this would be a good time to get on, do a live feed, and get a little bit of feedback. So anybody else have any last comments or anything? Tower Jockey, I am going to get with you. I'll send you a PM on my I'll send you a PM with my number so we can talk about that tractor. Yeah, Arkansas Ridge Runner, like I said, a lot of the whole grains, I know, like I said, I've only opened one can, and it was the sunflower seeds, and they were as good as new. I mean, I got the can in my truck. I've been eating them as a snacking on them at work, and I feel perfect. So I think a lot of the whole grains and stuff like that, I don't see anything going to be wrong with it. And I think what I'm going to do is that as I open them and review them, I'm going to just repackage them in Mylar and keep them. I thought about this. I thought about that too. I mean, that's funny, but because all three of the cabbage cans are rounded up, so I don't know about that, Gravy, what the deal is there. But we're gonna open one up and see if we can hear. I guess if you hear the vacuum, it's still got vacuum and the seal hadn't been broken. But it's kind of odd. One of the dehydrated fruit one, it was kind of blowed up too. And there's a can of something, I can't remember what it was, tomato soup, I think, creamy tomato soup, and it's like a powder. And both ends of that can are blowed way out, and it's hard as a rock, the whole can. So I may put an eye out opening that thing. Well, guys, I'm gonna end it up here, and I might try to do another live show sometime this week if I can fit it in, since the family's gone. It's like a circus around here trying to do a live show whenever everybody's around here. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Corbin, man. Thank you guys all for coming and joining. Thanks for your comments. And like I said, if there's any way I can help, that's why I'll be putting these videos out for, just to get the information out there on whether this stuff's worth buying and how it's going to hold up. So I appreciate you guys, and God bless you too, 42 Chilled. This Coke Man 250 from the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless everybody, and remember, prep smarter and pray harder. Thanks, guys. Night.